All right, welcome back. Big night for Dave Husted. Huge night for you. Just some tremendous bowling.
I was fortunate tonight, Danny. I figured him out a little quicker than the other guys did. Not really quicker, I just out-carried him, you know. Bob Spalding, he forced me to mark on the front nine, and then who did I bowl after that? I don't even remember, but I'm so nervous.
Dave Arnold.
Dave Arnold, he's close, you know, he makes a lot of quality shots, and I bowled Doug Kent, and he kept the pressure on the whole time, and, you know, then I'm bowling against, this sounds a little blasphemous, but God over here, you know. I'm figuring, like Mark Frank said, it's going to figure 260 to win the last game, but just very fortunate. The lanes were a little different today, and I figured them out the best for me, and I had the pin carry and the good angle, so it was my day.
You mentioned a wonderful proprietor, and Mark, I know you have both a trophy and a check to present to the champion, Dave Husted.
Yes, on behalf of the bowlers here in the Tri-City and the Tri-Cities, I'd like to present Dave with a check for $16,000 and the first place Northwest Classic title.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
Great
Mark.
bowling, Dave. That was awesome.
Mark does a great job. He hosts two stops for us, and he does the best job of anybody on our tour. Be frank with you. You know, he gets over about almost 5,000 Pro-Am entries for the 2 weeks. If any of the proprietors out there want any lessons on running a pro stop, this is the man to talk to right here.
Well, they can come out and watch next week in Portland, Oregon. We'll be back in just a moment or so to talk with Dave Husted as we take a look at one of the outstanding shots that he made here this evening en route to a Northwest Classic Championship. Oh, it's so sweet when you're throwing those strikes. So the Husted family on hand tonight to watch. And we'll be back to chat with probably all of them in just one moment. One of the key shots towards winning the Northwest Classic. Dave Husted running one out. One of many. I think we had you at 36 strikes tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Michelle out with a quick hug. First question for you, and we had a chance to talk about it a little bit. For those of you who don't realize it, Dave's trying to scale down a little bit in terms of playing on the national tour. Gonna maybe be more of a part-time player. And you said that the minute that you find out that you're not competitive, you're not going to bowl anymore. I don't think you have to worry about that for a while.
I guess I should have started talking this way about 5 years ago. Now, you know, I don't know what to say. That is true. I'm only going to bowl around between 10 and 15 a year. It's time for me to back off. I got kids and stuff, and I've been at it 16 years, so I'm just going to slow down a little bit and bowl the majority in the winter and then the ones close to home here.
Michael?
David, you say you've been at it 16 years. Tonight's performance, an outstanding 136 strikes. You know, you had 803 the first 3 games. Is that as good as you've ever bowled on television?
It might have been. It might have been the best. A couple of marginal shots, but overall, the lanes were a little forgiving tonight, too, obviously, to shoot those kind of scores. But I've had some other big sets, but like the first tournament I ever won in the U.S. Open in 1982, I had a real good performance. But this might have been the best.
Also, another question. You were telling me earlier that you didn't use a reactive ball during the qualifying because of you didn't feel it was the right shot, but tonight you went with the reactive ball. Explain to us the thinking behind that.
Well, lanes hooked a little bit more during qualifying and in the finals, and the non-reactive balls go a little straighter, but they still hit good when the lanes hook. But tonight the lanes were a little bit different. There's a little bit more oil on the lane, so I went with the reactive ball, and it seemed to be the right choice.
Yeah, it did seem to be the right choice.
Michelle, so many times we talk about how tough it is for the wives and for the family to sit by and watch. It had to be tough tonight, but what a great experience when you get an opportunity to see him perform like this.
Yeah, it's fun, though my legs are like jello right now, so I need some help standing up. But this is for Corey and Chelsea. Hi, we love you. We'll be home tonight.
Yeah, my boy's down bowling at Mark's other place right now at 4 o'clock, so remember, don't open up. Keep that thing straight down there, boy. Don't hook it too much.
Don't open up.
Champ, a question for you. You bowled for the National Bowling League all the way back in 1961, and it didn't last very long. But to see, I guess, your dream come true in the form of your son has to be something very special.
It is. He's made us very, very proud over the years. He's conducted himself as a professional all the way through his career, and he's made us extremely proud.
Have you ever had an opportunity to see him come from the 4th or 5th place and all the way through like this before?
Yes, Houston, I think. Wasn't it, David? Yeah. Houston? Yes, that was, in fact, that's the only tournament we saw him win in all these years. And so when we sat down today, I thought, well, this could be for his mother.
Are your hands sore? You were clapping so much there.
You know, it also has to mean something to you to bowl in the Northwest. Of course, having lived your whole life here in your career, it's special. It'll be fun for you going home next week with all your friends. To wish you congratulations.
Yeah, hopefully it can carry over. You know, I didn't bowl for 8 weeks. I've had some shoulder problems, and I went and won a regional in Seattle, and then I came over here and won. I don't know. Might as well go down to Portland and see what I can do down there.
It may never stop.
All right, we'll take a break, come back for one final comment here. Dave Houston with victory number 9. It's never any fun for a top seed to be in this position right now. Houston was lined up. You came out and you looked like you were going to bowl a great game, and then just that one bad shot.
Well, it was one bad shot, and then I had another bad shot. So, actually, I was thinking, Dave, I really don't think you can bowl out here. Just take your time off now.
Walter, I have a question for you. As you watched the other guys bowl so well, and most of them were playing in, did you ever think about getting off of the outside angle, moving in a little bit, that maybe there was a better reaction there?
Well, I was thinking that, but when you only get a few practice balls, it's kind of hard to really get lined up. I kind of had a shot outside, but I think I made the right ball choice. It was a different ball than I used all week, but it was a little bit more oil today, like Dave said. And I made some good shots, and except for those 2 bad ones I yanked through the beak, I bowled a pretty decent game. Those 2 bad ones really cost me.
The one split that you did get there that seemed to turn the match around, you looked like you thought the ball may hold pocket and carry, and then suddenly it snapped. Did it surprise you?
I kind of expected it to hold a little bit, but unfortunately, I guess I threw it a little slower, and with the tug and whatever, it wasn't enough, so it went right to the beak.
Well, it doesn't get any better than this to open up our summer tour. 2 millionaires on the PBA Tour, Walter Ray and Dave Houston, battle it out for the title. Thank you so much for watching us, and we'll join you next week from Portland, Oregon. Next week, the PBA Tour heads to Hollywood Bowl, located in Portland, Oregon, for the championship round finals of the $100,000 Oregon Open, beginning at 7:30 Eastern Time, Tuesday, July 5th on ESPN. Coming up next on ESPN, the NASCAR Stock Car Report, featuring the Pizza Plus All-Pro 250 from Bristol, Tennessee.